guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to call it Technique in a Card. So I'm going to show how I make my galaxy backgrounds using my watercolors. And then I'll make a card out of the background that I made. So I use watercolors. I used to use Distress ink, but I saw these. They're the Mission Gold watercolors. And I just really liked them a lot. So these are what I use now. So I also like to use this Distress watercolor cardstock. I have regular watercolor paper that I use too, but this is easy because it's pre-cut, so I don't have to worry about that. So the first thing I do is I tape it down to I have this glass cutting board that I just got from the Dollar Tree. So I tape my paper down so that it doesn't warp too much. Okay, and then obviously I have water. So I like to pick a couple colors that I'll put into my background. And then I like to try to have a color or some water per color plus a clean one. Because depending on what colors you choose, you don't want them to get all muddled up. So I'm actually going to cut this panel down and I'll place it on a black base panel, so it's okay that I'm taping it because I'm just gonna cut it off anyway. So one of the things that I start with is taping it down and getting it wet, but then you also have to decide which orientation of the card is what the orientation of the card is gonna be, because like I've just done them, you know, you can make it work, but then like your favorite part isn't in the right spot to be like front and center. So that's something I always try to take into consideration. And then I start with the color part. But I still like to wet all my paper down. This is a new brush I bought. I was out buying school supplies for my son, and I found these brushes. They're just Crayola brushes, and they're not... This is literally the first time I'm using it. I like it. They're not those really good black ones I see people using that I usually wet. So I get it wet just to help the color blend and bleed. And then I think I'm going to stick to... I always do pink and purple, which is funny because when I got the watercolors, I like opened them up and I looked at this pink, this bright opera, like there's it is, and it's this one right here, and I was like, I am never going to use that color, and I seriously think it's the color that I use most. I'll just use my normals, pink and purple, and then I throw in some light blue areas, so that's kind of like a third color. And then I always end up getting green because I like green. So those are the colors we're going to use. And I think I'm going to do a portrait picture or a card. So I'm going to turn it and we're going to work it there. Okay, sorry, I'm not very good at like the talking and the doing. So if I'm quiet for a while, I'll speed up my video. But I don't want this to be like a huge video. So we'll probably speed through most of it. And then one of the things I learned too is that layers are good. So like, it helps you get like dimension in the color, I guess, for the galaxy. So you can just air dry, or you can use, sometimes I use my heat pen to dry stuff if I'm kind of in a hurry. And then also, like I layer colors on top. So like the pink, that's going to be the lightest part of my pink nebula. So I'm going to take some of this one. Kind of a purple pink, so that's good. Actually, I'll probably use this one if I need to. And let that sit and dry for a little bit. Okay, so time for the second layer. Really, you can't look at how it looks now because this is kind of a mess, you know? It's really once you put the dark colors on it and it dries and you put your little white flakes on it is when it really like turns out. So don't worry yet. And then I also find it's nice to pick up a little bit of color to give yourself a little bit. Sometimes it adds a little texture, but then sometimes it just kind of gives you the dimension. And it can help sometimes blur like a harsh line. So I'm going to go light on the color right now. So I'm going to let that dry and then I'm going to come back and start working on the dark colors. Okay, so now it's dry and I'm ready to start putting in the space. So I'm going to I do like 3 different shades of blue. I don't really do any black. I do this indigo, which is really dark, like it looks black, but it's actually called indigo. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, so I'm going to let that dry. Okay, so while this is drying, I'm going to go ahead and color my image. I pre-stamped and cut this guy from the Strawberry Jude Stamps at Camping with Bear and Bunny. I'm going to have them looking up at the stars, and it'll probably be a birthday card, so I'm going to just color that guy really quick. Dry, so it doesn't need to be super dry. You just don't want it to be so wet that your color is going to bleed back together. So now I can start putting the finishing touches on the colors and adding the indigo. So first I'm going to put on the dark color, the blue, the dark blue. And I put this because like the sky is black and blue. So I put all the blue all over, and then I put this indigo, which I guess is technically blue, but totally just black, definitely around the edges, and then throughout the middle, so that you kind of get that spacey, not definitely black, but definitely like a dark. That purple kind of looked really sharp. I just took some water and blended around a little bit. And that pink. But I don't want to lose this light pink, so I'm going to try to more pink. Leave it alone. Step away. Okay, so now we're ready to put on our stars. I use a little bit of just regular white acrylic paint. So I use a toothbrush because we're going to flick it on there. And let that dry before I take it off. Alright, so I couldn't find any black paper. I don't have any good black paper. So I'm going to put it on a silver background. So I'm going to cut this down, cut my galaxy background down, and put the die cuts in the galaxy background. Okay, let's get this card put together. I'm going to do a sentiment, and I'm going to put make a wish, but I don't have a stamp that says wish, so I have to freehand it. So I'm really sad that I'm probably going to mess up my card because my writing is horrible, but I have this embossing marker that I'm going to use and pray that it looks okay. Alright. Can't finish a card without putting some kind of embellishment, some kind of glittery enamel dot on it. So I think we'll just put a couple around the sentiment because I don't want to, I mean, like, that's enough. So there's my card. Thank you so much for watching. Maybe I'll do another card again. See you next week.